trouble in the MCU used to be something that you just never heard of. I mean, it was like a decade there that everything that the MCU touched was absolute gold. And it killed people that were like DC fans like me, that DC could not live up to the standards of the MCU. Now it's like after the defeat of Thanos, they can't do anything right. Now, I'm not saying everything that they did was garbage. It's not. I thought, WandaVision was good till the very end. I thought Loki series was decent. I thought the Falcon and the Winter Soldier was garbage. But now we're seeing Miss Marvel, and we're seeing Shang Chi, and we're seeing a bunch of characters and movies that maybe we're not really that excited to see. We're not really wanting to see, and we're not really asking for, but yet they're making them anyways. And that's a shame. That really, truly is a shame. Because look, I'm this way when it comes to anything. If I was the MCU, I would be putting out polls to like these fan sites to maybe, talk with fans in particular. What do you want to see? Because at the end of the day, I would love to make money. But as we found out, Hollywood is less about making money now and more about patting each other on the back. That's really actually what they're more into. But, anyways, without further ado, let's just get right on into this. She Hulk may be in creative trouble, which She Hulk really is a show that a lot of people want to see, anyways. Like, I mean, it's almost one of those shows that's almost been completely and totally forgotten. Everybody's talking about Moon Knight. Everybody was talking about, Arrow, any of those shows. But I mean, nobody has really been talking about this She-Hulk. Um, so yeah, it doesn't shock me that it's in trouble. But let's go ahead and let's read why. It says Marvel Studios' upcoming She-Hulk series could be in trouble, according to a new report. In a recent episode of the Hot Mic with Jeff and John, transcribed by the direct industry insider Jeff Snyder spoke about alleged problems the series has run into. I've heard not good things behind the scenes, and I've asked whether it's Moon Knight or Miss Marvel or Secret Invasion or any of these projects. They are always like, She Hulk is the one that could be a problem, Snyder said. Snyder went on to clarify that the rumors could be false and that nobody will truly know until the series is released. I've heard from people working on it, from people actually working on it who are just like, we'll see, Snyder said. I think that's a lot of Marvel's thing, honestly. And where it's just like, ugh, man, it's almost like reading something that like a teenage girl would read, especially one that like watched Clueless a little too much. Anyways, ugh, this could be really stupid. Like, we'll see. I'm sure people making Guardians of the Galaxy felt that way, right? And most of the time, Marvel pulls it out. But there will come a time when they won't. That's just the laws of movie making, the laws of numbers. The series it just goes on to say this who it stars and blah blah blah. We all know about this. No solid plot details have been released for the show aside from brief glimpses and merchandise listings. But the series' official Disney Plus page reads She Hulk, a new comedy series coming to Disney Plus, stars Tatiana Maslany as the Hulk, Jennifer Walters, a lawyer who specializes in superhuman oriented legal cases. Now, I'll be one and I'll just get it right out and about what I think of MCU comedy. I think it's terrible. I think it is absolutely terrible. So when I hear that they want to make a comedy out of anything, I don't care what it is, I think that's probably going to be a disaster, an absolute disaster. Because I mean, you take the comedy in Black Widow. They joked about a hysterectomy, like a forced hysterectomy. Like that was their jokes in that. Um, it was bad. It was really bad. And I feel like the MCU doesn't get criticized enough for the terrible jokes that they just lay out in all their shows. I mean, jokes that would really destroy any other movie, but because they've been so successful over the years, they get away with it. But now you got something with the She Hulk coming out, and of course, you've got her, I guess, as a successor to the Hulk. And they're gonna make a comedy. It's probably gonna be garbage. Like I have no hope for this particular series at all. I'm shocked we're gonna get to see it. I'm shocked that they're even gonna fully make it. I would like to know more specific details about what is wrong. What creative trouble is it? We get something that says, well, hey, there's creative trouble. What in particular? Is it maybe creative differences between actors and directors or the studio and director? What is it that is different? Is maybe they've seen early, whether it be early reviews of it or early, I don't know, glimpses of it that maybe the studio thinks is not so good. What is it exactly? Of course, we got to see that. What was it in Game of Thrones years and years ago where they were like, oh, wow, this looks bad. We're going to have to redo it. And of course, they actually was successful in redoing that. But, making it where that, something that fans would watch. But I don't know if the She Hulk has enough audience that is really going to catch a lot of people's eyes. I could totally be wrong about it. I never was a gigantic She-Hulk fan, but I never really was that big of a Hulk fan either. So, I'm not your typical MCU person, but we'll just have to see. I'm curious to know if these creative troubles are going to actually influence what fans think, or the creative uh, consequences about what fans will think about this series. We'll just have to see when it comes out, guys. But let me know what y'all think down below. How many of y'all are really excited about the She-Hulk? Me, I mean, it's well at the bottom of my left, maybe above Miss Marvel, but definitely below Moon Knight and Secret Invasion. Like Moon Knight actually looked pretty decent. I'm not as high on it as like many other people are, thinking that it looks, amazing. I don't think it looks amazing. I think it looks interesting. I'm curious to see about it. But when it comes to Miss Marvel and the Moon Knight, they, of course, Miss Marvel being Muslim and the Moon Knight, said they're going to explore a lot about his Jewish history. The character's history in it, and I'll be honest, I'm not really a big fan of that. I'm not, anti-religion when it comes to movies or anything along those lines, but I'm like, anytime that you go down this route, it could get preachy. I don't know. I just don't know if that's maybe the direction, or maybe I feel like Marvel isn't the right ones to be talking about, I don't know, something as important as people's religion. I don't feel like they are, after doing, hysterectomy jokes, I don't believe that they are capable of walking that tightrope. Let's just put it that way. But that's just me. I have no faith in Marvel when it comes to that. But we'll just have to see. But anyways, guys, let me know what y'all think about She-Hulk. Are y'all excited to see She-Hulk? How high is it on your list? Would you rather see Moon Knight, Miss Marvel, Secret Invasion over it? Let me know in the comments down below. And as always, guys, if y'all enjoy our content, please like, subscribe, and leave that comment down below. And also check us out on Minds and Rumble as well. Thank y'all for watching. Y'all take care.